A book written in a language that doesn't exist, owned by a billionaire, and still unread after 600 years. And here's what makes it stranger still. We know almost nothing about who wrote it, when exactly, or why. The Voynich Manuscript sits in Yale's Voynich Rare Book Library, a 240-page vellum codex filled with elaborate botanical drawings, astronomical charts, and page after page of fluid, repetitive script that linguists have spent centuries trying to crack. Not a single word has been definitively translated. Not one. Before we count down the strangest theories about this book, let's establish provenance, because that's where the real mystery begins. The manuscript surfaced in 1912 when a Polish-American book dealer named Wilfrid Voynich purchased it from a Jesuit college in Italy. The Jesuits couldn't read it, neither could Voynich, and that's where the trail goes cold. We have no original documentation of its creation, no author's name, no colophon, that's the publisher's mark you'd normally find on old books. Someone went to extraordinary lengths to hide their identity. That silence is louder than any signature. Now let's count down the 5 most compelling theories about what this book actually is. Starting at number 5, the hoax hypothesis. Some scholars, serious ones, believe Voynich himself created this as an elaborate con to sell to wealthy collectors. He was a dealer, after all. He understood value. But here's the problem with that theory. Carbon dating done in 2014 pegged the vellum to somewhere between 1404 and 1438. That's before Voynich was even born. He lived 1865 to 1930. So unless he somehow aged parchment 5 centuries backward, he didn't write it. Number 4, the alchemical cipher. Medieval alchemists loved symbols and secret languages. They guarded formulas for gold making, immortality elixirs, and transmutation. The Voynich's botanical illustrations, some of them don't match any known plant, fit perfectly into that obsession with hidden knowledge. The script itself uses letter combinations that linguists say are statistically impossible in any real language. That's either a sign of genius encryption or something far stranger. Maybe the author wasn't trying to communicate in words at all. Maybe the book itself was the spell. Number 3, the artificial language hypothesis. In the 1600s, scholars across Europe became obsessed with creating perfect, universal languages, ones that would transcend the Tower of Babel and unite human knowledge. What if the Voynich was someone's attempt at that impossible dream? It's plausible. The author had access to advanced knowledge of botany and astronomy. They possessed the skill to create elaborate illustrations and maintain consistent handwriting across 240 pages. This wasn't a scribbler. This was someone educated, deliberate, and utterly committed to obscurity. Number 2, the medical text. Some researchers believe the Voynich documents pharmaceutical knowledge, herbal remedies, anatomical observations, maybe even early toxicology. The bathing scenes illustrated in the lower margins could depict therapeutic practices we've simply forgotten. If true, this would make the Voynich a priceless archive of lost medical wisdom. But here's the catch. We can't verify any of it. The drawings are precise enough to suggest real knowledge, yet vague enough to mean almost anything. That ambiguity might be intentional, or it might mean we're reading meaning into random marks. But number 1, the theory that changes everything, is this. The Voynich might not be a book at all in the way we understand books. It might be a memory palace. Memory palaces were a real technique, used by scholars from antiquity through the Renaissance. Imagine a building, real or imagined, where each room contains symbols, images, and encoded information. Walking through it mentally lets you store vast amounts of knowledge. The Voynich's layout suggests exactly this structure. Organized sections, recurring symbols, botanical specimens positioned as if in rooms. If this theory is correct, the script isn't meant to be read linearly like normal text. It's meant to be navigated. Each page might unlock a different chamber of knowledge. The language might be a personal shorthand, unique to one mind, designed only for that mind to retrieve what it stored. That would explain why every codebreaker has failed. They've been trying to translate a language. But what if there's nothing to translate? What if the Voynich is a map of one person's entire inner world, drawn in a key that died with them 600 years ago? The tragedy is this: we may never know. The Voynich sits in climate-controlled darkness, preserved perfectly, read by no one. It's a locked door to a room we can see but never enter. And that's the real mystery, not whether we can decode it, but whether it was ever meant to be decoded at all. Every mystery on this channel starts with a question that seems answerable. The Voynich Manuscript doesn't. It asks something deeper. How much of human knowledge can remain forever hidden? Subscribe. Each week we explore another case where the evidence exists, but the truth refuses to surface. Subscribe. Each week we explore another case where the evidence exists, but the truth refuses to surface.